Part 3 of Obi-Wan Kenobi dropped this week, and wow, was it nothing short of amazing. We got to see Vader in action, Obi-Wan deal with his past traumas, and we got a closer look into Reva's motivations. Welcome to the Kessel Rundown. Today I'm going to break down this episode and explain things that you might have missed. Before we jump in, make sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Every little thing helps us grow. As lifelong Star Wars fans, we know how great this community can be, and we would be honored to become a part of your daily Star Wars routine. If you like this breakdown video, be sure to listen to our podcast on Spotify to hear Ethan and I take a deeper plunge into the current happenings of Star Wars. With that out of the way, let's make like Master Windu and take a seat. The breakdown is about to begin. We open on the transport ship heading toward Mapuzo, a mining planet for the Empire. Obi-Wan is still trying to commune with Master Qui-Gon Jinn, but the recent reveal of his former apprentice's fate detaches him from his connection to the Force. Obi-Wan is more broken now than ever. We finally get to see Vader stepping out of his bacta tank and suiting up, something that I've been wanting to see on screen since his scene in Rogue One. His injuries are gnarly, and his armor complements his wounds. Each piece plunges into his skin, hindering the once acrobatic Jedi into a Jason-esque slow-moving killer. Reva speaks with Vader. Notice how we don't get confirmation of the Grand Inquisitor's death. Remember, if we don't see a body, they probably aren't dead. This meeting with Vader elevates Reva's character and explains her motivations for tracking down Kenobi. She wants it all. The title of the Grand Inquisitor, and in true Sith form, she isn't afraid to do what it takes to achieve that goal. Obi-Wan fixes Leia's droid Lola and explains how the Force works. Like turning on a light to stave off the darkness, the Force feels safe. Obi-Wan and Leia step foot on Mapuzo and head to the rendezvous point they were told to go to by Bail. We see that the planet is under total Imperial jurisdiction, with stormtroopers and checkpoints covering the barren wasteland. On the way, Obi-Wan has a vision of a hooded figure standing off in the distance. It's none other than Anakin, the pre-charred version of him. Obi-Wan still doesn't know what condition Vader's in, so he envisions his former apprentice the way he last saw him, full of anger and hate. Fortress Inquisitorius makes its live-action debut. If you haven't played Jedi Fallen Order, the fortress is located on Nur, which is a moon in Mustafar. Vader likes to keep his Inquisitors close and in check. Under Reva's command, probe droids are sent out to track Kenobi. Here we meet the Imperial Brown-Noser Freck. Seemingly nice, he offers Leia and Obi-Wan transport to the nearest spaceport, after Obi-Wan grows impatient of waiting for the contact at the rendezvous point. On the way, they're joined by a squad of stormtroopers, and we get another mention of Padme, and let's just hope this isn't the last. Leia starts to suspect that Obi-Wan knew her late mother, and Obi-Wan reveals that he thinks he had a brother before the Jedi Order took him from his homeworld of Stujon. They are stopped at a checkpoint, and Obi-Wan's identity and location are revealed by one of the probe droids Reva sent out, and a shootout occurs. Just as the duo are about to escape, a transport of stormtroopers seemingly captures them, but are quickly dealt with by the Imperial officer Tala Duruth, Bail Organa's contact. They are taken to a safe house in town, where we meet the quiet loader droid NED-B. The path is explained to Obi-Wan. It's a link of safe houses dotted around the galaxy to hide surviving Jedi and other Force sensitives from the Empire. They're given new lives and identities once they reach the final planet on the path, Jabim. Tala is an Imperial officer who realized the truth about the Empire and is now trying to make amends by helping others down this path. The room is filled with names, etches, and sayings. Obi-Wan sees a familiar name etched on the wall, Quinlan Vos. He is delighted to discover that his annoying buddy from the Clone Wars is still around and kicking, helping Force-sensitive younglings find the path. The last time we saw Quinlan Vos was in the novel Dark Disciple, where he and Asajj Ventress attempted to assassinate Count Dooku. This is the first confirmation we have of his fate. Obi-Wan senses Vader's arrival, and he is terrified to see what his Padawan has become. Vader slowly walks through the town, brutally murdering the townfolk in an attempt to draw out his former master, but it doesn't work. After sending Leia off with Tala, Obi-Wan just runs away, but Vader catches up to him. Laying his eyes on the man he failed to kill so many years ago, Obi-Wan can't even ignite his lightsaber, and when he finally does, it's out of pure fear. This man is at his lowest point, and Vader takes full advantage of this. They clash for the first time since Mustafar, Vader clearly toying with Obi-Wan. Meanwhile, Leia convinces Tala to rescue Obi-Wan, while she makes it to a transport that will take her off-world, back to Alderaan. Reva finds the safe house and discovers etchings of the Republic symbol. It's almost as if we see sadness in her eyes, but she uses that emotion and transforms it into anger. This further confirms my prediction that Reva was one of the younglings we saw escape the Jedi Temple in Part 1. The fight, if you can even call it that, comes to its climax, as Vader force chokes Obi-Wan and slams him into a pit of flames. Vader wants him to suffer just as much as he did. He agonizedly drags Obi-Wan through the burning coals and feeling momentarily satisfied, he orders one of his stormtroopers to capture him. Tala then emerges and shoots the trooper and the fuel for the flames, causing Vader to watch as she rescues Obi-Wan with the help of NED-B, and they plan to take him to Jabim, the final destination in the path. This episode ends with Leia making it to the transport, but instead of the pilot, she encounters Reva. Reva's plans with Leia are currently unknown, but I am excited to see where the story goes from this point. With the conclusion of this episode, we are now more than halfway done with the series. Kenobi is at his lowest point, and Vader seems to just be getting started. That'll do it for this breakdown of Obi-Wan Kenobi. Please leave your predictions in the comments down below. I would love to discuss them with you. I hope you all have a fantastic day, and may the Force be with you.